How you doing, guys, and welcome to my channel. Now if this is your first time here, please hit that like and subscribe and help support the channel. Now today I'm having a look at the 1/6 scale Cobra Marion Cobretti from the official Sly Stallone shop. Now this figure to me is absolutely fantastic. I never thought in a million years I would see a 1/6 scale Cobra figure, and obviously the only person who was ever going to make a Cobra figure at 1/6 scale was going to be the man himself, Sylvester Stallone, and he has made an incredible figure. I think this is absolutely fantastic that we have this figure, guys. Just having a look at the back. Marion Cobretti, the figure, all the bits that come with it on the back, and Sylvester Stallone's signature across the top of it there. And you can see that, just for your information, the shop and the website where I got this figure from. I do believe you can get this figure pretty much at any time. I don't believe it's a limited release, and I don't see any reason to go anywhere else looking for this figure other than the Sly Stallone shop. Again, you can see the box art there is absolutely fantastic. 1986 movie. To me, it's the epitome of my childhood. I absolutely loved this film when I was a kid. I didn't know if it was a horror movie or an action movie. Just panning up and down the figure there in that iconic pose, or as close to that iconic pose as I could get him. And we'll just get into the accessories, I suppose. And starting in my usual fashion, I'll actually start from top to bottom this time, guys. We have his holster. As far as I can tell, it is absolutely 100% leather. You can tell by the back of it there that it's genuine leather. It's completely movie accurate. Again, there's the backing of it there that indicates to me that it's leather anyway. Completely movie accurate. It has all the perforations in it, just like in the movie, and it has all the buckles in the right place. And if I can just get zoomed in there, you can see where the belts, the straps are glued on, and unfortunately I've had to glue all of those straps back on. Very poor quality glue from the Sly Stallone store when they were gluing that. They used a very poor quality glue, like a lot of 1/6 scale manufacturers do use poor quality glue, but I have had to glue it all back on, guys. And we have his spare mags, all 3 spare mags in there. I'm not about to open them up and take them out. I don't think I'll get them back in, guys, if I do. But there we go. There we have his holster. And next up we have his Yatomatic submachine gun. Not a very popular machine gun. Didn't really do well in its military application, or didn't actually have any military applications. Only made famous by movies. You can see, you can strip it down just like he did in the movie, or put it back together just like he did in the movie. Very movie accurate weapon. You can see he has a mag that releases there, or comes out, and there isn't any rounds in it for some reason. Yeah, you can see that it does all come apart just like it did in the movie. Very nice, very unique weapon. There is some markings on it there. No, they don't make any sense. Yeah, very unique submachine gun, and only made popular by this movie and maybe a couple of other movies in the 80s. Moving on, we have his sunglasses. Absolutely spot on, movie accurate. Aviator glasses that he wears in the movie, pure black, and you can see that they are translucent enough to see his eyes through, and we'll have a look at that later on in the pictures. They look absolutely fantastic on him. They fit him perfectly. They wrap around his ears. Next we have his Colt Gold Cup M1911 with the Cobra on the hand grip there, on the ivory hand grip. Yeah, the print is really nice. All the mechanisms work just as they should. If I can just get out a bit there. All the mechanisms work just as they should, or just as any or most standard 1/6 scale M1911s are. And very nicely molded and movie accurate with the silver trigger there. And then we have his badge, and I'll just get zoomed in there so we can see what it says in the badge. Again, movie accurate. Looks exactly like the badge he has in the movie. and that clips onto his pocket just like it does in the movie as well. And then we have his really poorly constructed watch. Well, constructed well, it just, as you can see there, there's absolutely nothing on the face of it, which is a serious letdown on the Sly Stallone shop's behalf. They should have at least painted some hands on that watch there. Absolutely terrible. But what can you do? It's not the end of the world. Actually, guys, in the bottom of the box, I found the face off the watch. Again, a glue issue. The glue is no good and it came off. Yeah, I'll take back my previous statement about there being nothing on the face of the watch. It just came off. I'll just pop it back on there and we'll see what it looks like on it. I'm actually delighted that I found it and it didn't get lost somewhere. But there you have it. The face of the watch had just come off and it was in the box. So, carrying on. And then we have his grenades that he comes with, 2 grenades. They are movie accurate, just like they are in the movie. There is some very nice dry brushing on them there to give them a bit of a weathering effect on them there. And that pin that is in it is an actual working pin. I will just pull it out slightly there if I can. You can see that it is an actual working pin, which is an absolutely fantastic little touch for them to do that. It could have been just one molded piece. And then we have his absolutely horrible chain that he wears around his neck. It's not to scale, it's not accurate. It looks like he's wearing pearl necklace rather than the chain he's supposed to be wearing in the movie. But again, not a deal breaker. I might actually try and find a replacement one. And then we have 2 trigger hands, 2 closed fists and 2 open palms. Everything you want in a figure and everything you need. And they are molded quite nicely, as you can see there. And again, movie accurate. And a nice bit of texture to them there. And then we have, last but not least, we have his matches, his famous matches that he chews on in the movie. So there we have it for the accessories. So I suppose we'll move on and have a look at the figure itself. And here we have our 1/6 scale Marion Cobretti, like I said, from the 1986 cult classic movie, I suppose it is. Just looking at his base there that I didn't mention, very nice base, very nice moulder of a Cobra on the front of it there, and you can see that there is plenty of space for him to stand in pretty much wherever pose you want to put him in. So I suppose moving down in my usual fashion from bottom to top, we'll have a look at his shoes. Yeah, they are obviously a pleather shoe, not a plastic mold, which works this time around. Unlike the Rambo figure, this works because there's no laces on them, and you can see that the boot goes all the way up to just above his ankle there, or his shin, onto his shin like it should. I am concerned that pleather is going to deteriorate and disintegrate over time. Let's fingers crossed that it doesn't, but I am a little bit afraid that it is gonna deteriorate. Like I said, a fine shoe for the plain shoe that it is. If there was any more detail, I'd be a little bit worried. I'm concerned that they are a little bit small. They make his feet look a little bit small, and I think one of the Rocky figures looks that way as well, that the feet are just a little bit small. Moving up to his jeans, exactly tailored perfectly, just like they wore in the movie, stuck to his thighs and then come a bit looser down at the bottom, and the colours movie accurate, perfectly movie accurate, and they're just weathered just a tiny little bit. You can see just there a little bit of weathering, just like they wore in the movie, and you can see the stitching on them there is scaled down really well. It's really nicely tight stitching, and yeah, it's done really well. And then moving to his belt, you can see his belt buckle is to the side there above his pocket, and that again is movie accurate. That's exactly how he wears it. I can't remember why he wears it like that, but that's exactly how he wears his belt in the movie. The buckle is above his pocket. And then moving up, we'll have a look at his jacket that he comes with. Tailored very well. You can see that it has wire running down the bottom of it there. Not really necessary, but it is nice to have it there. Pockets are stitched closed, but they are in all the right places, and the lapel there, and the rolled up cuffs, the roll up sleeves there on the jacket, just like in the movie. I would be a little bit afraid that the dye off the jacket is going to rub off onto the arms. And then moving up to his t-shirt, plain black t-shirt. Oh, just looking at the lining of the jacket there, not done very well, guys. The lining isn't done very well. I'm just going to take the jacket off, actually. I'm just going to try and get the jacket off there anyway without taking those wrist pegs out. Can I do it? Yeah, I can, yeah. Just give me a minute and I'll get these. There we go. Now, his t-shirt, plain black t-shirt, as you can see, it is, the sleeves, what mine has, just a little mark on it there. It came that way from factory. Bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world. Yeah, you can see that it is the t-shirt that he wears in the movie with the sleeves rolled up. It isn't a full long sleeved with the sleeves rolled up, which is a bit of a letdown. It's just a, you know, cut short. You can see there you can't actually roll the sleeves all the way down. I don't think that's movie accurate. I think it was a full long sleeve. You can see there, just like the Rambo figure, it is single jointed, which is again a bit of a bummer. You can see there that the collar there of the t-shirt he's wearing there is wired. There's a little wire in it there, and you can leave it opened up again, just like it was in the movie. Just a brilliant little touch for them to do, is just put that little wire in there so it can be left open. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the t-shirt. So moving up to the head sculpt, if I can just get it a bit stable. There we go. The head sculpt to me is, it's Marion Cobretti all day long. Paint apps, they're not Hot Toys standard, but it still to me looks absolutely fantastic. You can see the likeness there to Sylvester Stallone. We know exactly who it is looking at it, and to me it looks just like Sylvester Stallone in that movie. It's not without its flaws, and we'll go through those. Just starting with the hair, you can see the piece that is glued onto the front that hangs over his forehead there to show separation. Not very good, not that satisfactory in my opinion. You can see the separation line there in it, and the mold itself of the hair, you can see there is little to no detail in it. There's not much depth to it. There isn't any dry brushing to highlight any, you know, crevices or anything like that, and there's a seam line just there. Not a deal breaker, but this line here is terrible. It doesn't look great at all. They could have hidden that in a much better way, I'm sure. Looking at the face itself, looks like Stallone. It's a little bit of a sad face in my opinion. It's more of a Rambo kind of expression than a Cobra expression, and the skin complexion is a little bit pale. In my opinion, he is a little bit tanned in the movie. Looking at him with the sunglasses on though, it definitely looks like Marion Cobretti. Looks like Stallone every angle all day long. Looks fantastic. I'd definitely be posing him with the sunglasses on. It just gives more of that iconic look of him in that movie. I can understand the expression on his face there with the sunglasses on. It looks really nice, looks really well, but with the sunglasses off he just looks a bit sad, a bit Rambo-ish more than Cobra-ish. And he should most definitely have a scar or a cut above his right eye that he picks up early on in the movie, and judging by the jacket that they give us with this figure, it is from the third act, so he should most definitely have a little cut above his right eye, which just is a detail they missed out on, and they could have painted it in. But there you have it, guys. There is the 1/6 scale Marion Cobretti figure by the Sly Stallone shop. So please do hit that like and subscribe button, and keep your eye out for future content. Thanks for watching.